Původně jsem vůbec neměl v plánu natočit druhý díl, protože ten začátek mě tak nějak jako nechytnul úplně. Byť na konci se to hodně rozjelo. Ale když se první video docela chytl, tak jsem si řekl OK, natočím tenhle díl. Ale vzhledem k tomu, že 90% lidí, kteří sledovali první díl, nejsou odběratelé, tak tady, na tomhle videu, každý, kdo se na ně dívá, musí mi dát povinně odběr. Prostě musí. Jestli z tohohle videa mi nepřijde aspoň 10 odběrů dalších, tak další díl nebude. Takže jestli chcete další díl, tak tam sypejte ty odběry, soudruzi. Jo? No. OK, let's go. Jdeme vyřešit menstruační problémy naší Julie. Marty? Kdo vlastně kurva jsem? Sorry. No dobrý, tak tyhle, ten loading zase. Čo, 3 FPS? No, co mám z toho poslední dělat, ale? To fotka, že? Protože obráceně? WTF? Jo, mám se obléct. Můžu se obléct jakože rovnou teďka? Nebo... Jo, bagel beru. Já to hru vůbec neslyším, ale... Mohli se dát tady jako override, no? To je cool. Tak, se to co včera.
What am I thinking? I would stain my clothes with blood.
OK, dobře, no, tak... Tohle... Tady je koupelna, aha. A tak... Jo. OK, tak třeba zjistím, jak se tahle věc používá. OK, tak asi není.
That's better.
No, chat, jestli víte, jak se to používá, tak mu to napište do chatu, protože já to nevím.
Blood. That's never happened to me before. But I'm not going to tell my doctor. Otherwise he'll make me stay in bed and rest.
Tak. I am ready to go. Já to musím číst každý den ty noviny, to si já...
It's very rude, but I could pick up the phone and listen to their conversation.
How are you doing today, Rennie?
I'm worried, Father. Very worried. We found more partisan tracks in the woods, right next to the house. That Lapo, I suspect he may be involved in the death of...
No, please don't say that. It's not possible. I know the boy and I don't...
Father, anything is possible in these dark times. Anything. That boy didn't even come to say goodbye to Julia. Didn't they love each other dearly?
He must be terribly scared, and Julia always used to say that.
Yeah, sure, she used to say they were just friends, but you know too, right? Friends are not supposed to do such things, Father. Or are they? But anyway, you're defending them both. You, my husband, and even the nanny who, deep down, is a good woman.
The nanny? I believe the nanny is the one who hurt Julia.
What?
With her evil passion for those cards. They are cursed things. I hope you made them disappear.
Of course. I keep them safe in my room. Anyway, you must forgive me, Father. I have to go. They've come to pick me up. Have a good day.
You too.
Lapo's involved in Martha's death. My mother is losing her mind again.
Bullshit.
How could anyone even imagine such nonsense? And Donatello, he is a great friend, but what a weird view. Those cards are just a game, but most importantly, they're mine. Why on earth did they take them from me?
Její pokoj je tady, ne? Pak to tady je.
Dear Mother, this is hard, but I have something to tell you. I found out that Julia is pregnant.
Huh.
Go to the lake tomorrow morning at 7 and watch her as she bathes. You will see that her tummy is growing. Martha. What? I'm not pregnant. Why is everything becoming even more confusing? I'm searching for an explanation, but instead I'm left with more questions. This is Mummy's jewellery. She wears them every day, even though Daddy says it's impractical and dangerous to show signs of wealth these days. As usual, she doesn't want to listen to reason and ends up arguing with Daddy until he goes to play war, as she says.
Ah, sí. Klasická pipina.
Here are my cards. Nanny and I always used to play with them. She would predict my future and I pretended to predict hers. The future was always good for everyone. Maybe when she read them, she saw my true future, which she hid from me. Or more likely, these cards are actually just a stupid game to reassure and deceive oneself with. But deceiving oneself is sometimes necessary. How can we live happily otherwise?
Slabý mindset.
Pervertin again. I feel like these pills do nothing other than agitate her.
Napsané vlastně tam, no.
Romola, 15th of July 1944. Dear Mrs. Irene, I'm writing to let you know that all is well here at the villa. Thank you for being so considerate and caring. I apologise for the simplicity of the housing you were forced to live in. I also locked the room where the little one used to stay as requested. I've left you the key. It is the one with the pink keyring. Try to stay safe.
Oh.
Best regards, Nanny.
Pink keyring.
Why on earth did Mummy have that door locked? It was my room. What is she trying to hide? There are more and more weapons around, and everyone is scared after what happened.
No ale já potřebuji ten klíč, tyhle růžový. To zatím asi ne, ale eventuálně ho budu potřebovat. Je tady?
She leaves them everywhere. I think she's having too many and too often.
Ne, asi. Regulárně závislá.
Nets for catching butterflies, poor creatures. I had so much fun with them.
Ok, hele, tak podívám se ještě, co je tady.
The radio needs to be kept on at all times these days. It can save your life knowing things on time, especially before they happen. General Edict K. New rules on curfew and women's behaviour.
Oh.
German command of S. Vincenzo Attori. Telephone number 1185.
What?
25 ISO film. When the sun is high in the sky, it's perfect.
Oh. Počkej, že to bude zamčená. Tak, jdeme si přečíst noviny.
The Superior Commander of the German Federal Armed Forces announces 1. Whoever is in possession of weapons or explosives not reported to the German headquarters will be shot. 2. Whoever harbours bandits and or protects them and provides them with clothing and or weapons will be shot. 3. Whoever is aware of the existence of any rebel groups or even lone rebels without reporting them will be shot.
Docela sranda, no. Splní se mi to, když to přečtu jenom takhle, tak? Jo, dobrý.
During deep winter, I would go to sleep snuggled by the fire and Nanny would get angry. Do you want to turn into a piece of charcoal, Julia?
To zvonek? Nemá to zvonek.
My bike. The wheel is deflated as usual. A bicycle pump will solve this.
Oh. Tak jo, a kde je? Find keys. No, myslím ještě pumpu, asi bude. To je pumpa? Vypadá jako něco podobného jako pumpa. Tam je basement, jasně. Tady už se žádná interakce provede. Tady furt je ještě? Jo, to se vyfotit, ok. Má vyfotit svoji mrtvou sestru. Vole, nádhera.
It would be nice to have you always by my side, even if it's just a picture.
No tak musím do sklepa. Co mají ty klíče, kámo. Další kamera, what? New skin? Show me. OK. Dobrý, tak. Halo? Ode muší. Kokot, co je? To musí být venkem? Ne. Nádherná krajina. Zvířata. Let's go. No to můžu jít za nima, ale to úplně nechci. Nějaký backdoor? To jsem v životě nebyl. Bo jo, podle mě ne. Mě zajímalo, kam to vede. Jo, jasně, tady jsem, tady. Nebo jsem to mysnul, ten sklep, ale podle mě ne, ty vole, jsem vždycky chodil tam, a ne? Šlo jako doleva. Ne, tady se šlo vlastně, jo, už si vzpomínám. Tak tam ty dveře už vím, to jsou ty, které vedou tam dozadu. Jo. Vole, co se tady změní ta kamera? Co z toho je pumpa bicyklová?
This fabric is not new to me, yet I do not think I have ever seen it in the house.
To je ta červená fabrika, no. Jakože látka.
Mummy's sewing machine. She learnt how to sew because nobody else could do it to her liking.
Klasika. Židli někdo jonknul. Tady byla. Asi zdas.
A tripod is necessary to take photos with long exposures.
OK. Moje nyní.
These workbenches fascinate me. I would love to learn carpentry. This is where Nanny's husband made my dolls.
No takhle.
The puppets I used to play with were made here. I never knew that when I was a child. They always told me that a fairy bought them. I didn't really believe them, but it was nice to think that.
No,
this is the center of our farm, but since we moved here, it hasn't worked like it used to. Security matters, Daddy says.
Ale se divně skáče ten obraz tady. Tak jdeme vyvolávat fotky, no.
A lens and a roll of infrared film. They can photograph what the naked eye cannot see.
Aww.
I have found what I need to take infrared photos. Red filter for super high contrast photos. With this lens, I can shoot very close up. Orange filter. When there is fog, it improves the image by giving it some contrast. Blue filter. Ideal for indoor photos.
No slova každý bude
With
teďka.
this lens, everything gets bigger.
Každý teďka bude
This
expert na
lens
focení.
increases the framed area. It allows me to fit more into the image.
Tak, pojenkoval jsem všechno.
I have to be careful and keep the volume down as I listen. I must go unnoticed. I am meant to be deaf after all.
Ready? Julia? You ready?
Sure, Daddy. I'm good to start.
I've already started recording.
Myslím, že to řekne potichu, ale to docela řve.
No way, come on. Didn't you want to study singing anyway?
No, I was young and stupid when I said that.
Okay. Ready?
Go. Oh, how nice. It's the rehearsal for last week's concert. I never heard the recording. But I was right, my voice is awful. Cannot be called singing. Anyway, it's time I develop these film roles. I can't wait any longer. I wish I could just stop time. These images could change everything. I cannot bear the fact that I may have hurt Martha. I would rather die. Damn my head and these memory lapses. It's such a pain not remembering. It's like getting lost inside yourself.
Mám dělat všechny ty fotky. Já si vezmu tuhle stu, ne? Že tady jako nic není, že jo? Skipando. Jo, tady musím vytáhnout ve správný čas.
I'm carrying Martha to shore. I'm trying to save her. My memories, although fuzzy, do match reality. I feel a little better. Now I can find out who really hurt Martha. Maybe I should meet with the White Lady. She might be able to tell me something.
Sure.
Is this crazy talk? Yes, definitely. But what's normal about any of this? Maybe you have to be a little crazy to get anything done.
Se změnila hudba. Se mi nelíbí.
Yes, I've undressed and I'm about to dive in. This matches my memory.
No, to můžu skipnout, jo, sorry. Jo, to je čtvrtá strana, tady už nic není, že? Tady je tahle strana. Teda tahle fotka. Ale vysílá mi na téhle hře série, že je tady spousta licencovaných soundtracků. Minulý díl tam mám ty vole stížnosti na porušení autorských práv.
Here I was running toward the pier, just as I remember.
No. Go to the lake, what? Develop the photo. Jo, tohle. To developovat, nebo ne? Já to asi developnu všechno, když jsem tady. Čo? Tohle chci developnout. Ne, tohle ne, shit. Tohle. To tam bylo napsané, že to bude mít nějaký efekt nebo něco, tak to prostě to developnu, víš co. píše na Discordu. No. Vezme ještě tady tohle video, teda video, tu fotku, tak for sure. Pojď. Jdu tam. No, ani tady není. Scrap? Proč, ty vole? Už jsem to vyfotil, protože to scrapoval. Tak, teďka musím vyvolat tuhle fotku.
A photograph is both the present and the past, like a dead body. I don't know what I'm expecting. Maybe it's silly to think you can capture the soul of someone who has died.
A teď se něco stane, protože mi to nešlo skipnout, teda předpokládám. Když, nevím. Protože tady takovéhle z ty hry, oni tě celou dobu jakože nechají myslet, že tam něco se děje, ale reálně se nic neděje prostě.
Her face can't tell me
jak se ta borka tam dívá nahoře z toho obrazu.
Her lack of expression scares me. I don't even know whether to keep this blank photo with me or just throw it away.
Tak, o další fotky už nemusím, že? Jo. Tak tím pádem jsme tady hotovi. Vyvoláváním fotek. Potřebuji někde najít tu pumpu. Taky by mohla být pumpa, ne? Bo... Prostě před těmi ty vole, no, chvíli to bude skoro 100, ale 75 lety. Ty vypadaly prostě úplně jinak. Tady mám jako najít pumpičku, vole. Ale hodila by se, ať nemusím tady chodit pěšky, jak prostě něco, no, jako. Jsem se nedokopat tady v téhle z té věci. Třeba se dovnitř nedá jít. Asi pásnou, jako. A tam se jde někam, nebo to je úplně do prdele cesta? Tam něco je reálně, jenže já potřebuji to k tomu jezeru teďka. Takže já půjdu tady mám. Se to nějak škube tady. Když jsem vlastně tady, tak se můžu mrknout za těma zvířatama.
I was afraid of animals when I was little. I never approached them alone.
Hello there. Vole, králíci. Deutschland zase.
The box is empty. The telegraph would have been installed nearby.
S těma zvířatama žádná interakce nejde. Dovnitř? Škoda. Bych se jí mrknul. Dobře, si jo, že... To je. Doprava, doleva. Doleva, doprava. Doprava, doleva, Zleva doprava? Já se na to mapu ještě jednou podívám, takže je to jedno. Tady je úplně milion cestiček. Tady má to klidně můžu obejít, hele, já jsem se doma ještě nebyl podívat. Třeba tady najdu něco nového, co jsem ještě nenarazil. Rodinná hrobka. Nice. Oh,
what is this place? This never used to be here. Another entrance, maybe?
Jo, takže tady se musím dostat nějak jinak. No, tak tady jsou nějaký ti sabotážníci bez tak, nebo něco. Bych se nedivil, kdyby můj tatík s ním spolupracoval. Jak se tam jako mám dostat, ty vole. Okay, tady to vypadá, že se člověk může lehce ztratit, jako kdyby neměl mapu. Tady teda fakt jít úplně kamkoliv, jako. Jo, tady je ten bunker. Když půjdu sem, tak vlastně jo, tady jsou jakoby přechodky, nebo jak to říct, mezi těma cestama. Nedá nikam vůbec. Was?
Dangerous, I know, but I want to follow them and see what's happening.
Tudma, ne, někudy. Nedá nikam jít, ne, tyva, nebo... Mašli. Jo, tam je cesta, aha, přímo. Já tady jdu, vole, lesík, no. Nasekej se. Haló? Brita.
Oh God, please no. Lapo, my dear friend. What have they done to you?
Rebelínost. Tak, správně bychom měli vylutit.
Your handkerchief was the symbol of what you believed in. At least that is left of you.
No jasně, takže můj tatík zásobuje rebeli a tohle je ta červená látka, kterou jim tam dává. Jasně.
Dear Julia, are you surprised that I've addressed this to you and don't think you're dead? Everyone calls you Martha now, right? I know you too well. I can never understand why no one else can ever tell you apart. Not even your own mother and father. Martha is gone and I cannot reconcile myself.
Was?
Ein Mädchen erschossen, du Idiot!
Scheiße, scheiße, scheiße! Was machen wir jetzt? Sieh mal, was sie um ihren Hals hat. Sie ist eine von ihnen. Es musste getan werden.
Sie ist die Tochter von General Erich K., du verdammter Trottel. Sie war die Freundin von diesem armen Kerl. Oh, verdammt, jetzt sind wir wirklich am Arsch.
Scheiße, lass uns abhauen. Aber sie lebt noch.
Sie liegt im Sterben. Siehst du, wo du sie getroffen hast? Sie ist bestimmt schon tot. Wir müssen jetzt abhauen, sonst sind wir auch bald tot.
Ten prostě nechají, ty vole. No, tak to je zajímavé.
I'm dying, I thought, but strangely enough, I wasn't afraid. In fact, I was almost relieved. When I returned, I found myself once again in the midst of a bad dream. One whose meaning I did not understand at the time.
Okay. Takže ji mám dát zpátky ten její ksicht. Ten ksicht, který jsem jí odřezal z jejího ksichtu. Gezicht.
I give you back your appearance. 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 I give you back your appearance.
Now I pay. Já neplatím, ty vole, tak ne, tak já nebudu platit. Tak. Vidím. Z tebe. Co je? Ok, zatím tady všechno doleva.
Now I see. Now I see. Now I see. Now I see.
Joink.
Two sisters were destined to die. Julia, the first sister, and Martha, the second. On Julia's day of departing, identical twins stood before me, impossible to tell apart. They questioned my presence, since they were still so young. Julia must come with me, I demanded. But they both claimed to be Martha. I explained that Martha's fate was soon to be the same, and their games were useless. I didn't have time for it. The war was keeping me busy. But they didn't concede, and instead kept insisting. Can we follow you together? No, impossible. Are you sure Martha will die too? Nothing is certain in wartime. What if the wrong person went with you? Then you would have cheated death. One would die unjustly, and the other would simply be delaying her fate. They discussed amongst themselves, then hugged before one of them came forward. She stared in a determined, almost threatening manner. I guessed it was Martha sacrificing herself, giving more time to her sister. But I stayed silent, not to reveal their failed deception. No one lies to the face of their own death, so I asked how their choice was reached. We drew lots by throwing a medallion, she said quietly. They had trusted in fate. Oh, how naive they were. They knew fate plays by its own rules, which is true, but it is also my ally. Fate never would have allowed the wrong girl to follow me. In that case, my work was done. She must have been Julia. However, little to my knowledge at the time, that blasted medallion had the same name engraved on both sides. Martha's. So, my first assumption was correct. They were too damn smart, and had fooled both fate and me. One thing is for sure. I'll put things back where they belong. I will correct my ignorance and give fate back its blindfold.
Co? No, furt mě zajímá, jak přežiju jako střelu kulkou. Ještě to vypadalo, že mě strefili jako do hrudi. Nevím, no. Ale tím pádem, když vím, že jako Julia je těhotná, tak dává smysl tam ten sen s tím, jak mi to děcko leze z břicha. Nebo jak já lezu za to děcko z břicha. Nebo prostě tam ta věc.
Damn, this hurts so bad. I can hardly breathe.
No, to jsou moje věci.
No, my bag is not here. My diary. Lapo's letter.
How is she? How is my daughter? Please, doctor. Please give me good news.
It's a miracle she's alive, Eric, but she will be all right.
The ceremony is today, so I need a suitable dress.
Nevím, no, v čem to je jakoby víc suitable, ale prej to je formální, no, jsem slyšel.
I would like to spend a moment with my sister, just me and her alone, before people arrive for the funeral and then take her. Looks like Mother has been here all night with me, or rather, with Martha. She even left her medication behind. She can't live without that now.
The bullet passed right by her heart and exited her chest.
Oh,
Unbelievably, it missed her lungs, spine, and heart. She could have been paralyzed or died. But thankfully, she's fine. I examined her thoroughly. She didn't even lose that much blood. She was lucky. And you were lucky, so to speak.
She was lucky that my wife went for a walk in the woods. Otherwise,
she would have bled to death, yes.
I don't know what to say. All of this, it's too much. So much death and suffering. Nothing more.
Don't worry, Eric. She's young, so she'll recover quickly. I'll be here all day anyway.
Thank you, Doctor, for everything. Do you mind coming with me to pick my wife up from the cemetery? The funeral will start soon in the chapel.
Of course not. Lead the way.
Ten jeho voice, ale...
All of these preparations for the funeral. Irene wants everything to be perfect. It's her way of coping, so she doesn't have to think about everything going on. She is a woman who has suffered so much. Maybe too much.
Konečně.
There's my bag. Thank God.
Je prázdný. A co?
Let's hope Lapo's letter is in there. Dear Julia, are you surprised that I've addressed this to you and don't think you're dead? Everyone calls you Martha now, right? I know you too well. I can never understand why no one else can ever tell you apart. Not even your own mother and father. Martha is gone, and I cannot reconcile myself to that fact. I have to stay hidden, and sadly I can't run to you, even if I would love nothing more than to hold you tight and cry together. No words. I just want to be close to you. Can we meet in the barn tonight? I will try my best to be there around midnight. Don't be alarmed, but if things get ugly, please remember this number, 6934. He knew he was in serious danger, but what about the letter? I had it in my hand when the soldiers ran off. Mummy found me, and if she's read it, well, she hates Lapo, and now she must know who I am. No, she probably would have left me there to die. She'd rather have no daughter than the wrong one.
True.
Before I passed out, I must have put it back in my bag. There is no other explanation.
Musím zavolat, ne, na to číslo.
Violence against citizens continues in La Romola. And once again, General K's family has come under
I'm asking for the financial
Now
support.
it is the life of her sister, Martha, that is in danger.
When it's not too sunny outside, the 200 ISO film works well.
Only by the grace of God that the girl is alive.
General Edict K. New rules on
Untitled.
curfew.
The New Zealand troops are advancing slowly. After the Battle of Porgy-Ponce on the 18th, they are still far from the Tavernelli Valley.
Dívali se tady není ta pumpa.
The German resistance on the Tuscan hills
Na
has been
bicykl.
engulfed for the invaders.
Tady nic nového není. Jak to vrže. Jo, klasika. Přečteme si news.
Attempted murder in La Romola. After the murder of Julia K., today her twin sister is the victim of another attempted murder. The condition of the young girl, found by the German troops, is no cause for concern. The political motive behind this is becoming all the more clear. But that's not what happened. It's all wrong. Mummy was the one who found me.
Jak ona to může vědět, kdo ji
German
našel?
soldiers shot me. Best to stay quiet. No one ever believes the truth. I should pick up the phone but remain silent. If I let the caller speak first, I'll find out who it is.
Hello? Mum? Can you hear me? Is there somebody there? Mr. Eric?
It's the nanny. I can confide in her. Nanny? Hello, it's me.
What? Hello? Oh, my lord. I must be dreaming or something.
No, Nanny, you're not dreaming. It's really me, it's Julia.
Oh, my God. Julia, my little sparrow. How wonderful. Sorry, but I thought you were dead. I saw you lying there dead. This brings me so much joy that Actually, you must explain to me, my little sparrow. What is happening?
I told Nanny everything that had happened. She was sad for Martha, of course, but very happy at the same time. I was the one she had a special bond with. I explained to her that I wanted to try and meet the White Lady, even if I knew it was a silly idea. But she didn't think I was a fool. Quite the opposite. She explained to me what I should do in an attempt to meet her. It was complicated. I noted everything down carefully in my diary. Who knows, maybe she did it only to keep me occupied, while deciding what to do with me and who to warn. I won't ever know, though, because that very same day, a bomb struck the villa and she died. They all died. We should have been in that house ourselves, but instead, poor Nanny.
Ty vole.
Bye, Nanny. I love you.
Goodbye, my darling. I thought I'd lost you. Be careful, my little sparrow.
Martha was taken to the chapel for her funeral. I want to say goodbye to her alone before everyone arrives.
Můžu někomu zavolat? Takhle, počkej. No, můžu si, jo, můžu tak. Vedni to! Vedni to! Tak, strange note. 6934.
You've called this number. Damn, Lapo must be dead then. Rest in peace, fair comrade.
Yes, Lapo is dead. I am due.
No, don't talk. We don't need to know who you are. By calling this number, it means Lapo wanted you to complete his work. A telephone cable near the house of German General Erich K. has to be cut. One goes to the house, but there's another cable we suspect is connected to a secret base. That is the one that has to be cut. If you see any German vehicles around, let us know immediately. We won't use this number anymore. It's dangerous. Use a telegraph. That will be safer. I hope you know how to use them. Otherwise, you'll have to come up with something. This is important. Frequency X. Before the message, telegraph, town on fire to identify yourself. Long live the homeland. Long live the liberation.
Should I sabotage the cable and become a spy? I don't know. My father is German. It would be like betraying him even though he himself hates this war. But what happened to Lapo and those guys?
No,
if I can save someone's life, maybe.
Hlavně jako můj tatík je spy, takže...
Maybe I should try. Or maybe I can talk to Daddy about it. He may be able to advise me on what to do. Don't even know the first thing about all this. What were you thinking, Lapo?
Pokud revealnu ten plán, ale podle mě tatík jim pomáhá, ty vole. Takže jako... Já nevím, prostě tady to je, ty vole. Hele. Všechno nasvědčuje tomu, že jim pomáhá. Kvůli té látce prostě a těm věcem. Já mu to řeknu.
I decided to tell my father everything. I loved him very much, so I couldn't do such a thing in secret. I didn't understand anything about these things. I would have acted without knowing what I was doing. Daddy told me to agree to their requests and report everything back to him. He implored me not to get myself into any trouble. Like all fathers do.
Huh?
To cut the cable, I will need sharp scissors. Tailor scissors should be fine.
Teď ty mám, ale má. Tak jo, hele. A jdeme tam příště. Máme 50 minutek a chvíli, že už bych to tady ukončil. Takže já vám děkuji, že jste se dívali. Jako vždycky doufám, že vás to bavilo. Pokud jo, dejte like. Budu velmi rád, když dáte ten odběr. A mějte se. Tak zatím čau.